So this here is the Dayton Mall Sears in Dayton, Ohio. And this Sears is one of the many Sears that are being closed down. And this was set to close down just about 3 weeks before Sears announced they were going into bankruptcy. So this is one of those old school, really old Sears from the 70s. It's been here ever since the mall was here. It's one of the original anchor stores of this mall, and this mall was opened in the 70s. I'll get more details on that. So this is just a walkthrough of the closing sale of the Dayton Mall Sears. Just a quick history of the mall itself as we awkwardly walk past all these crock pots. Is the mall opened in 1970, and Sears was one of the original locations in 1970, along with a Reich store and a J.C. Penney, which is still in the mall. And there's also in the Dayton Mall a Macy's, which used to be the Reichs, and then was a Lazarus, and then turned into Macy's. And after the Sears, the only original store is going to be the J.C. Penney, because the other main anchor store was an Elder Beerman, which has gone out of business since Bonton went bankrupt. Alright, so I was trying to keep the camera hidden, because they do get kind of mad at you if they see you recording in the store for some reason. But that was the downstairs. It was a 2-level Sears. Had the downstairs where all the appliances were and the bedding and stuff was. And it used to be an electronics area downstairs as well, which they got rid of a couple years ago. And now we're going back up to the top floor, where you can see a lot of the displays and stuff. So this was where they had the tools, the backyard stuff, and then the lawn equipment. And then behind me was the optical center, and where they used to have the hearing aids and stuff. It's a normal size Sears. It's not a really big Sears, and I've seen some very large Sears in Cincinnati and Columbus. This had a very long run. Now we're going past the tool section. We're about to go into the clothes and stuff like that. And I was kind of hoping to, find a good deal on some clothes, but none of the stuff is in style, or even close to in style. All of the clothes and everything are at least 10 years out of style, and that's part of the issue with Sears. None of the one part of the department store, the clothing, is terrible. It's just not good stuff, or stuff that you want to buy at all. So that was one issue that I saw with Sears, and also their cheap pricing that they used to have, and all their services weren't good like they used to be. So you can kind of see they have the ugly Ohio State stuff. Just the inside of the store is very out of date. They never kept their stores up to date or nice looking at all. You would walk in, the tile would be cracked. The employees were not nice at all. And the clothes, they're just basic looking clothes from early 2000s or 90s style. It doesn't look good. It's not name brand stuff. It's Sears' own brands, like Roebuck & Co. And what other brands did they have? I can't remember. I know they have a few different clothing brands of their own, but just not stylish stuff, and it wasn't cheap either. Now we're going closer to the shoes and the jewelry section. The whole store pretty much looked the same. And now that you think about it, this was a fairly big Sears, I guess. It had a few large areas in it. Look at all those Die Hard shoes. It's a battery brand. They're just taking their names and putting them on anything they could find, pretty much. There's the Casio display. No one buys those anymore. You can see the different colored tiles as well from where they replaced the tiles that were cracked. So the colors weren't really matching that well. Now we're going towards the mall, towards the front of the Sears here. Into the Dayton Mall there. You see all the closing signs and see how empty that is. And yeah, now we are... There's the front of the Sears. Oh, nope. There we go. That's the entrance of the Sears. And we have an awkward ending there. And if that looks familiar, that's where Dan the Meme Man went down that flight of stairs on a sled and ran from security. So go Dayton Mall. Yay. Thanks for watching my video, and I'll leave you with this view of this beautiful closed elder Beerman.